Download it today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another edition of Jerry's Outdoor Show, powered by CWB Construction, The Country Gun Store, Quality Garage Door, Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control, Tailwater Marine, and Wolf Contracting. Give Jerry's Outdoor Show a like on Facebook and check out the show archives on Podbean and iTunes. And without any further ado, here is the man with the plan, Jerry.
No. Here, let me explain it to you one more time, Troy.
Let me tell you what.
Let me explain it to you one more time. The prisoners need the right to vote because the law affects them more than the average person. So prisoners should vote. That's what
Just
he's
like
trying to say.
Illegal aliens should vote too.
They should vote because
then they can vote.
You or I, or maybe even possibly Jordan, we don't get involved with the law that much.
Well, no.
No.
Never.
So we really shouldn't be voting on matters we don't know about. Now, criminals and people breaking the law.
They know the law.
They know the law. They're
And they should.
incarcerated. That's what it should be. So
Right.
that's
They should be able to vote themselves.
That's right.
Exactly
That's why
what
I
they
think,
need.
if you get on hold of the Democratic Party, we can go ahead and get you signed up and say, come on over. You made some mistakes. We understand. We're all about forgiveness here.
Is that like the legislators voting themselves pay raises?
Right. Just write us a check.
I mean, someone. I think,
Yeah, I would.
Hey, it's fair. We're not going to raise our pay unless we all agree to it.
Exactly.
So we'll put it to Congress for a vote.
Well, we tried that at Wolf Contracting for about a week.
Did it work?
No. It's totally. I wouldn't say it's a Democrat organization. It's no. Actually, they're good guys to work for. And hey, you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show, and we are coming to you live as we all are trying frantically to bring up our.
Well, I'm seeing if it's coming on Facebook.
Right, that's what I'm seeing. It's like where's my notification?
Because that's a good point, Jerry. We're on several
Facebook.
media sources,
right?
Not just this wonderful radio station.
Right, exactly. Which I need to ask you guys about that, Jordan. Are you guys the liberal media? Or what does this station fall under? Because they always say CNN, liberal media. Station.
Yeah, what would you guys
It's the
fall
media's fault. So you guys are actually media, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We give an unbiased opinion. We
You know,
give
that's what it
equal
should be.
coverage. We give equal coverage to both sides.
Now that's
So-
the right
Both
answer.
sides, not both sides.
KWPC, fair and balanced.
They are fair and balanced.
Fair and balanced. Okay.
And if anybody's listening to the show, we think they are fair.
Right. We're a little unbalanced, but we'll do fair and unbalanced. That just describes our show. But anyway, I don't know if you noticed the weather this week
The weather.
was gorgeous, beautiful time. Sunday morning I got up. By last Sunday morning that I'll get up and be able to go fishing. But I got up, I said, today's the day I'm going to go out crappie fishing, and bam, bam, bam. Oh, man, crappies were biting like you wouldn't believe it. Nobody's business. So that's why I had to take pictures to make sure. They have moved up shallow at F70 where I was fishing, 2 foot down, using a float, using some minnows. Guy came away with 18. I could have came home with more, but 18's
the limit.
Well,
no,
no, 25 is the limit on crappie.
Okay.
But 18 is all me and my wife.
That's
would
all
eat.
you needed.
Right,
Jerry.
exactly. So
How'd that
there's
depth finder work?
Fortuitous you ask about that. It's still sitting on the,
it's not
the
hooked
counter
up?
because my boat's still down at Nigel Phelps,
Oh.
who will happen to be on this show a little later on today.
Want to walk in on that?
What a walk!
He's coming.
You are.
I rode that
rolled
horse.
You rolled it. You rolled right into it. What do they call those? What they teach you at broadcast school? Segways.
Segway.
Called
Yeah,
Segway?
segued right in.
Right.
Yeah, I
right.
segued right in.
Did you go to broadcasting school?
I kind of. I was in a broadcasting program.
Mm-hmm.
It was emphasis on broadcasting, but it was media communications overall.
Is that Notre Dame, Harvard,
No.
USC?
Hannibal,
I think it
Hannibal
was-
LaGrange University.
Hannibal. LaGrange.
Hannibal. I thought it was CNN School of Logic.
No.
You went to.
No.
But now that or MSNBC.
Right. Does that prerequisite, or they ask you that before you attend the media liberal school, or this liberal? I don't know. Your kids go to
seems like
liberal
it.
colleges, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. They're getting a liberal.
Well,
education.
there's not a college that's not liberal. Sorry,
is?
it's liberal. There's not many that are not.
Is there
there's not
conservative
many-
arts?
There is not many considerable.
Considerable?
Considerable. That's a new one.
Now you're getting
Let's
together.
look
You
that
just
one up.
started a new party, considerable.
There is a couple very conservative schools. One is, oh man, I can't even think of it.
I know. I think
Paul Harvey talks about it a lot. It's a
maybe it's PragerU. Is it
well,
Prager?
no, and they don't they don't take any federal funds. It's basically
Yeah.
so when the federal funds come in, these colleges kind of have to.
They have to adhere to
They
the
adhere to the
guidelines.
federal. Can't say nothing. Can't do anything. And
I guess we should ask you about that. I mean, in light of the news stories here the last couple of weeks, I mean, you have children that are in college, a couple of them, and there's soon to be 3 of them in
Right.
school. What do you think about that? If you just cut us a check for $500,000, we can get them right in. I mean, I knew I lost you on the $500,000 part. But
whoa, they said that.
Yeah, one was one.
You talking about the new president?
No,
candidates coming on? What?
The actresses that brought
Oh!
checks for their kids to get accepted
Wow,
into
is
college.
that's amazing.
One was like, I guess one was a little bit
I
smarter
know.
than the other one because you only had to offer them like $15,000.
That was all. What was odd is they paid it to get him on the rowing team. So, right. Well, we're at Dartmouth and Brown, and we're lead canoer.
Right. Which the career goals that open up after that. They're
Right.
just,
But it didn't matter. They just
Substantial.
could say they were there. It was weird that's.
Well, both of those kids are already making so much money. They're both YouTube
Right.
famous. So
They didn't even need to go there.
Right.
It was just to show that the money they have wasn't given to them, that they earned it somehow, but everybody knows it. Mom and dad's money, and then they
Right, exactly.
but they went to school and they graduated with a very prestigious degree. And
So dumb kid actors
Yeah, they
grow
should've-
up to give birth
Well,
to dumb kids.
they might have just shouldn't have went to college, maybe. I don't know.
Give
Or
somebody
paid
else
for it
to
or
do
something. Thing is, they had the money to pay. Well, they wouldn't have passed. Probably.
Right, exactly.
They wouldn't have went through the system.
It's the whole chicken and the egg.
Right.
Go about it. So anyway, let's get on to your fishing
Let's do
report
it.
and let's talk about what's happening on. Oh, should we do a pylon report? Actually, I looked up. You know what a pylon is, right?
I thought it was some kind of support.
No.
What is
A
it?
pylon is actually them orange cones or the side of the
Oh,
road
it
that you go
is
past.
not. Then my
Yeah,
mom
yeah,
taught
they
me the
call
wrong
pylon.
name for 25 years. She said pylon. It's my mom's fault.
Is that what she called on the side of the road?
Jeez, Jerry. God bless her
Pylon?
soul.
Pylons, right?
Yeah. No, them are called cones.
I think they're called something. I think.
Well, let me tell you, that's
go ahead.
interesting because so on the way, the 61
Yes.
Iowa River Bridge report, water report,
Yes.
on the old pier measuring system.
Yeah.
I actually pulled over today because there was too many. to count.
Accurate, fair, balanced, and accurate
Or
reporting.
fair and balanced, and I want to make sure I had exact amount of blocks counted.
Right.
When I pulled over, even though, like you, when you pulled over that fisherman trying to yell at him, people were screaming at you. I made sure nobody was behind me on the road, and I pulled over very cautiously.
Right.
Put on my flashers and counted about 22 blocks.
Wow.
So,
that is really, the Iowa's
it's
really
low.
dropped.
Right. And the trees are starting, the trees that
Yeah,
got
yeah,
stranded on the sandbars coming out.
Awesome.
So it's pretty.
You'll have the pontoon out this afternoon?
Oh, on the pontoon.
Hey, let's get into
All
your
right,
fishing
get in
report. Let's hit it.
It's time now for your fishing report, brought to you by Jerry's Bait and Tackle, Muscatine's favorite bait shop at 810 Park Avenue.
Common carp are good. Look in shallow flooded areas with lots of sun. That's the recipe if you're out there bow fishing. Them carp will get up in that shallow. Nice sunny day, they will be up there. Easy pickings.
What do we
brother.
do with those carp? Do people eat them?
Yeah, they smoke them. A lot of guys smoke them. I
that
tried
legal?
doing it, but it kept making the papers too wet.
I thought that was only for medicinal uses. Only.
Medicinally, well,
Can you?
Me and Jordan were just talking about that. Illinois is going to
I
be
know.
recreational
I
here.
know.
Well, we'll see a lot
Don't
less
know
of
about
Jordan
that.
around here.
I always figured that if they legalize pot and make a lot of people stupid, I'd have a better job because them guys aren't working.
Right, there you go.
They'll leave the job market open for the people that want to work.
At my age, I know less people that don't than do.
Really?
It's just like that. It is. It's not for me.
That don't.
Yeah,
That don't.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, I reverse that. Okay.
No, that
I got it.
do that don't. I know less people that don't smoke pot
Right.
do.
Good.
You understand?
I got it, Jerry.
All right, good enough. Mississippi River, Pool 16, Locking Dam 15, and the Quad Cities, flood stage 15 feet. The current forecast is a stage at river stage reaching 20.4 feet by next week, coming right back up. River stage at Fairport is 18.5 feet. Flood stage is 14 there. The Marquette Street ramp, Credit Island ramp, Buffalo Shore, Clark's Ferry, Shady. Pretty much everything between there and here is closed. You can't use it. Mississippi River Pool 17, Lock and Dam 16 in Muscatine. Flood stage is 15 feet. The current forecast has the river reaching 20.4 feet at Lock and Dam 16 by next week. River stage Muscatine 19.16 feet. I should just start going points instead of the point 16. I'm sure somebody's out there.
Nobody. Oh, that's not. I went downtown yesterday and noticed that the clam guy has a
high and dry.
No, he's got a life jacket on.
Yeah. He's been there for 2 weeks. Where you been?
I just went.
I wonder about the city guys that are going to have to go out there and mow that island.
Oh.
That grass is still growing. You see the grass is up and above it.
So the ramps all flooded, but at least the park didn't get. There's a couple of huge limbs and logs, logs out there.
Firewood.
I thought the kids could play on it. It'd be another amusement ride for them.
Abe Lincoln logs, the real things. Anyway, River Stage is at 19. We'll just say 19 foot. Flood stage is 16 foot. The Muscatine City boat ramps are closed due to high water. Kilpack Landing, Big Timber, are also closed due to flooding. Lock and Dam 17, New Boston, flood stage 15 foot. Current forecast has the river reaching 20.4 feet. Lock and Dam 17 by next week. River stage at Keithsburg is 16 foot. Flood stage is 14 foot. Toolsboro Landing is closed due to high water, as well as Hawkeye Dolby access will be underwater. I don't even know where that is. Where is
Hawkeye Dolby's on 99, way down south of Wapello and Oakville.
Okay, cool.
Hawkeye Dolby.
All right, Big Hollow Lake. A few more anglers out last week on nicer days. They are starting to catch a few more fish. Largemouth bass. Fair. Anglers are catching a few bass. Look for them on the north side in the shallows where the sun hits the water. That's going to be the trick. Bluegill. Fair. Work the shallower brush piles in the sun. Black crappie are fair. Anglers are picking up a few crappies in the shallow around the flooded timber on the warmest sunny days. All right, Chicken Creek. I went out there Sunday morning before I went to F70. The water's pretty stained, but stained water will warm up way quicker than clear water.
Okay.
So once
when you mean stained, dirty?
Stained, dirty, tea looking, brownish looking, kind of like our water in our tank right now because they're flushing the hydrants.
Oh, is it?
Right.
Well, maybe they'll use
maybe
the minnows like that.
Right. So, I'll have to flush the tank out tomorrow morning. Bass are aggressive in the sunny afternoons. F70, crappie are good. They have moved up and depending on the time of day can be very active. I'd look for them to start staging shallower by the weekend, but unfortunately, I think the weather's going to turn a little cooler for the next couple days, and that might screw them up and delay spawning as well. Lake Belvedere, water temperature remains right around 50 degrees. The cold nights are keeping it from warming up, and much more than that. Largemouth bass are slow. A few bass are being caught during the warmer weather. Lake Darling, the water temperature seems to be stuck at 52 degrees. The forecast for next week doesn't look to improve that. Largemouth bass are slow. Black crappie are slow. Lost Grove, boat docks are in at the ramps. Wind earlier this week limited the number of anglers going out. Largemouth bass are fair and black crappie are rated as slow. Diamond Lake still putting black crappie as good. That's right off Interstate 80. And I should have looked up the town that it was near, but too late. Came here to do that. A lot of guys headed out to Lake McBride. I know that for a fact. They're headed out this morning.
Okay.
Yep. Water temperatures around that mid-50 degree mark. All motors must be used at no wake speed at this time. All docks are in and the fish cleaning stations are open. Walleye are rated as fair. Mostly males are very shallow, while others are still out deeper. Black crappie are very good. Fish are starting to move shallower. They're not on the bank, but are shallower brush and staging just off the bank. Nice 10 to 13 inch crappie are available. Pleasant Creek Lake, that is up by Palo. That is a very nice lake. Been up there, and they also got a pretty nice bait shop up there. Lake is full. They did a big renovation project on it. Water temps are about mid 50s. There's a lot of terrestrial vegetation in the shallows that established during the low water period. Walleye are in there. They're fair. Rathbun.
Wasn't that a movie, Terrestrial?
Terrestrial vegetation?
I thought that was a movie. Is that where the dinosaurs?
Anyway, Rathman Reservoir, Channel Catfish are fair, and black crappie are slow. The Cedar River near Moscow. Yes, these reports will get longer and longer. The more water opens up. Sturgeon are rated as fair. Night crawlers on Carolina rigs are working well. The Iowa River near Columbus Junction stink baits are having some luck at producing catfish. It's not a hammerfest out there by any stretch of the imagination, but they are picking up.
Wow, you're just talking about stink bait.
Yeah.
I had a lady call us, or Facebook, whatever they do on Facebook, and wants us to send her some catfish bait, some
triple S.
Sunny's triple S. So how is stink bait working now? Is it starting to work?
I'm hearing reports that come into the shop. Some people are having some luck with it, some not so much.
Okay.
Stink bait tends to work a little bit better in warmer water.
Okay.
But they're showing me pictures of their fish, and I'm not going to dispute what they're doing.
Right. Well.
So if it's working, it's working. You got the smell factor. Maybe they're throwing right in on top of them. Could be narrow apart in the stream. It seems to be working. So as long as they show me the fish, that's all that counts. Now, they haven't brought any to be officially weighed yet.
The weighing.
In the Monster Catfish Challenge that's going on.
Right.
The original Big Fish contest.
Oh, the original. That's Muscatine's original Big Fish.
Yeah.
Jerry's Main Tackle.
Yeah. Done for years. Done it for
years.
Years.
That's a good contest, too.
Yeah. A lot of entries. A lot of places
Wonderful.
get paid off. We just don't play one or two.
So we're paying all places for that big catfish. Where's the details at? Is that on Facebook?
The details are going to be on Jerry's Bait and Tackle on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yep.
Okay. We'll
or
look
that,
at
or go in store and ask any employees, and we can talk you through it, talk you down. So that's what's going on. That's what's happening out there. This weekend looks a little cruddy. It looks like we're getting a lot of rain tomorrow. It looks like Sunday is going to be a little bit cooler out there. So that's, until stuff stabilizes out around here, that's just going to be it. It's going to be hot one moment, and the next day might not be nothing. It could be biting in the morning, not so much in the afternoon, or vice versa. That's just the way it is.
That sounds like me.
Right, exactly.
Sometimes I'm hot, sometimes I'm not.
You bite in the morning.
Sometimes I bite in the morning.
Afternoon. And then we get Jessica on the phone, and she explained it. Yes, he bites everybody's head off here. But hey, we are going to slide into a commercial break, and we're going to be right back with Nigel Phelps from Tailwater Marine. He'll let you know how I don't take care of my boat as I should. We'll be right back on Jerry's Outdoor Show.
Whether you're looking for a new garage door or someone to service your current garage door, call me Dave from Quality Garage Doors. We service all makes and styles of garage doors. Give me a call today at 563-506-1032 for all your garage service needs.
Country Store Guns in West Liberty has it all. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, scopes, cases, and more. They buy, sell, and even repair right there in their store. You can find Country Store Guns in West Liberty and view all their guns in store or check out their online shop, www.countrystoreguns.com. You can also find them on gunbroker.com. For a large variety and high-quality firearms, shoot on over to Country Store Guns at 1604 Elder Avenue in West Liberty.
Spring is finally here, and Tailwater Marine wants to help you get back on the water. Conveniently located downriver from downtown Muscatine, Tailwater specializes in all things on the water. From pleasure boats to fishing boats, they have the skills to repair and the accessories to customize your boat. If your boat or engine needs major repairs, drive service, or an engine rebuild, schedule an appointment today. Call Nigel at Tailwater Marine, 563-264-BOAT. That's 563-264-2628.
Hey, you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show on KUPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Well, what the hell is supposed to do, you moron?
Hi, this is Zach Boots, owner of ZWB General Construction. I'm a local business and always on the job site.
Window repair and replacements, patios and three-season rooms, driveways and concrete projects.
Remember me, Zach Boots and ZWB Construction. See my work on Facebook.
Booking roofing, concrete, and siding jobs now.
Call now for free estimates. 563-260-2786. That's 563-260-2786, and you can be the next job well done.
Wolf Contracting in Muscatine has been proudly serving the commercial and industrial construction and remodeling needs of eastern Iowa for years. They specialize in new construction, additions, and remodeling for commercial and industrial buildings. Wolf Contracting has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, which is an amazing testament to the quality of their work. Wolf Contracting. Their prices are fair. Call Wolf Contracting today for a quote or a consultation and see for yourself. Call 263-5406.
Peppy Possum, that you? Why, Randy Raccoon, what in tarnation are you up to? I'm on the lam of that dead burn Ray at Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control. Today he done rounded up my brother Rufus and his bunch. I tell you, Peppy, he is a menace.
For removal of skunks, bats, groundhogs, raccoons, and more, call or text Ray at Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control, 563-299-9664. That's 299-9664. And check out his Facebook page and website, bigpapasnwc.com.
Oh, I got a call, Jerry.
No, do you?
Yeah, I got it from California. Maybe that's the
That's a AOC.
AOC's calling in. All right, let's take it.
Right.
Hello, you're on the air, AOC.
You're pretty stupid, man. I'm trying to tell you something, and I don't know if that's how she.
Well, that's not how she sounds at all.
Well, we ain't got time for her.
All right, let's go.
We've got important guests on the show and a longtime sponsor of the show. Very, very hard to get in here because he is a very busy man. I'm talking about Nigel Phelps, head mechanic, owner of Tailwater Marine. How are you doing this morning, Nigel?
Good. How are you?
Very good, man. You are just busy this time of year, right?
Oh yeah, it's a wild ride down here in the spring.
Yeah, I mean you're down there playing a boat rodeo down there with your forklift. I see when you pull one out, push another one in, put it,
Oh yeah, I get really good at Tetris this time of year.
I guess you do. So Nigel, how long has Tailwater Marine been doing business in Muscatine?
I've been around since 2014, so this will be my sixth year.
Right. So I mean, you're down there right on the main drag down there, Mississippi Drive, right, catty corner from McKee Button there.
Yep, right across the street from McKee Button.
Right, and for some older people that don't know, I think it used to be Butch Lang's shop, didn't it?
Yep, used to be Lang's Marine.
There you go. So that's pretty easy transition.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nigel, what made you get up one day and just decide, hey, man, wrenching on boats, that's the life for me?
Well, I was in college at MCC. I was taking some business courses because I just, for some reason, always wanted to be in business for myself.
Right.
While I was in college, I was working down at Holmes Collision doing prep work and detail work and stuff, and actually became pretty good friends with them. And one summer, we went on vacation down to Lake of the Ozarks, and there was a big boat race down there, and we're seeing 50-foot boats going 200+ mile an hour. And I've always been kind of a gearhead, grew up around drag racing, and just kind of stuck with me. And I'm like, man, I want to learn what makes these boats go this fast. So that fall, I actually signed up for the next fall semester down at Wyotech in Daytona Beach, Florida. And I went down there, got my certifications and everything, and came back and worked for a local outfit. I don't know if you remember Mississippi Marine.
Yeah.
Worked for him for a while, and then he decided to get out of it, and that's when I decided
to get in.
Now's my time.
There you go.
Hey, Nigel, Troy, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, I have a 24-foot pontoon. Can I go 200 mile an hour on that?
We can sure try.
Right, exactly.
200 miles an hour?
Have you seen some of them 400s that got out them?
Is incredible.
Yeah, we can do that.
I just want to go like 35.
35, yeah. I mean, just slap a 100 horse on there.
That's right. I get up to 35 now. It gets trucking. I got 150 on it.
Let's go at 36. Well, we can push the
37.
envelope. So you certified. So are boat mechanics like ASCA certified, like auto mechanics?
There's the ABYC certification, which is the American Boating and Yacht Club.
Mm-hmm.
And basically that's just I got certified through Wyotech, which is basically just says, all right, I went to school.
Okay.
When you go in for the ABYC certifications, you're really focusing more on certain aspects of the marine industry as far as like, you know, the electrical systems, because everything has to be, you know, spark suppressed and everything, and get into the diesel and gas engines and corrosion control and AC and refrigeration units and stuff like that. So there's actually quite a bit more that if I would take the time, I could, you know, really get more focused in. But like you said, I'm so dang busy.
Right.
For me to really take time to.
Right, exactly. That's the problem that that happens. You're just I think I was just talking to you the other night, and you said you started at 7:30 in the morning, and you're there way past 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I mean, speaking of that certification, so like everything like Yamaha, Mercury, Mariner, I'm sure they all got their own little certification courses. Do you need to have those too, or?
Right. If I were working for a dealer, they would require me to go to their classes to be certified in their up-to-date, systems and stuff. And basically, what that's doing is it's just covering their tail, for warranty work.
Okay.
And for pre-delivery inspections and stuff like that. So.
Well, let's talk about the work. I mean, what kind of service and repairs are routine for our area? Well, I mean, when I say like that, we're pretty much 99.99% fresh water around this part of the country, so we don't have the headaches like salt water does. So what are more common things that folks need to bring their boats in and get repaired and serviced?
Well, typically, it's a lot of maintenance. To keep up on the maintenance on a boat, it's going to last you for a long time. And you hear people complaining that, boats are money pits, and it's, it's the kind of maintenance that goes into it that, prevents you from having to throw thousands of dollars at a boat. So, but, typically around here, since we are primarily, sand bottom river and stuff like that, do a lot of water pumps.
Okay.
A lot of oil changes, tune-ups. This time of year, I'm doing a lot of carb cleans because, that fuel sits in the carburetors, fuel systems, and just, wreaks havoc on everything. And but yeah, I also do service trailers as well. So getting ready for the spring, repacking bearings or overhauling the hubs and new tires. Stuff.
Isn't that the acronym for boat? Is bust out another 1,000.
Yep.
The hole in the water you throw money at.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but you know how you got a good boat mechanic?
Wow, Jerry.
By the price of his guitars he's got sitting there in his office.
That is awesome. Does he have guitars in it?
Oh, yeah.
Does he get a plane?
Well, I first walked in there, I thought he had a big amp, too, but that was just his refrigerator, his microwave. And I put my glasses on and noticed it wasn't an amplifier.
Well, Jerry, when you live there, you got to have all your stuff there, right?
Yeah, got to have hobbies to keep me entertained.
Right, there you go. But it's no coincidence that we have you on the show today, Nigel, because actually you're just pretty much finished working on my motor this week. I had a little bit of a problem last fall, so I stored it and said, I'll take care of it in the spring, and lo and behold, spring gets here, and I didn't really get to what I was doing, so taking care of it. So I ran over to Casey's. I got some fresh gas. I got premium gas, and I didn't buy ethanol. I got premium gas. Put it in there. Went to go start it up. Wouldn't start. And I was like, yep, that's it. I'm not. That's as far as I go. I'm taking it on down to Nigel. So what was the diagnosis, Nigel? What was my problem?
What I had found was quite a bit of water in the fuel.
Right.
And it was in the float bowls. Now, you had said that, you couldn't get it started last fall, and then you got fresh gas this year. I'm wondering if it had water in it from last year.
Well,
would that have anything to do with you sinking your boat, Jerry, that one year?
I never sank
nothing to do with that at all, Jerry, was it?
Never sank my boat.
I never get the whole
twice.
Yeah, Nigel, I was going to tell you, what's the truth? What's really going on with Jerry's boat, Nigel? Does it even really get on the water?
No, not since I came to 810 Park Avenue. It don't as much as it used to.
Yeah, but man, that depth finder came in handy.
Not yet. It's still down there. I haven't picked it up yet. Anyway, so Nigel, get back to it. Let's just go with this. I intend that I bought gas from, I shouldn't say it on air, but they're not sponsored anyway. I buy gas from Casey's, but I buy the premium stuff.
Right.
But I started talking to other mechanics. I mean, not just you, but car mechanics and that, and they'd say, "Man, you got to watch that Casey's gas. It is really, really bad."
Yeah, man, I hate to say that. I don't, because they are inspected, those guys. I mean, and there's water in every, but it usually, it floats to the top?
No, actually, water is a little more dense than.
It's in the bottom. Okay, so generally they're, a little water in there, but they don't usually go all the way down the bottom when they're pumping that out. I thought, but
right, but what happens is even if you have just a trace amount of ethanol in your gas, there's a chemical process called phase separation, and basically what happens is any kind of moisture, humidity or condensation or anything that gets into the fuel tanks on boats, basically the ethanol attaches itself to that water molecule, and what's supposed to happen is the ethanol and the water is supposed to spread itself out throughout the fuel, so basically you can burn it off. And in cars, it works fine, but in boats, once it starts, heating up and cooling down, you get that, layer of water on the bottom of your tank.
Right.
And, with these fuel systems, the way they're set, you're drawing from the bottom of the tank.
That's
First thing that's going to go into your carb is all that water.
Okay, so that makes sense. And like you can go back a ways on Jerry's Bait and Tackle, and he sent me a picture of you had like some kind of a measuring device there, and I thought it was a picture of his beer he was having.
It did. It looked like a frothy mug.
Right.
So So what do you recommend for fuel then? That's a good point. And maybe Jerry was going to say that, but.
Yeah. So around here, the Come and Go gas is pretty good. That's where I get all my fuel for when I'm test running boats, and I've never had an issue with it. But I'm running boats every single day.
So the non-ethanol?
Non-ethanol.
Non-ethanol, premium.
Even ones that mix after they have a oil tank.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
2-stroke or 4-stroke.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything alcohol is going to be bad for boats, whether you're drinking it or you're putting it in your fuel.
Wait, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Did you take that to heart, Troy Mitchell?
Right now.
You better listen to
There's
that.
some truth in that one.
So
I've been on Corville Lake. There's a lot of idiots with a lot of alcohol.
Yep.
Not good. I won't go up there anymore.
Yeah, they won't let you up there no
No,
more.
I won't. I just won't even. It's
right.
It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
It's terrible. So all right. So premium gas, but should we be looking at Seafoam? Should we be looking at Stable or any of these additives? I mean, should we put that in there?
So I recommend everybody put a little bit of either Seafoam, or I've got stuff down here called Startron.
Okay.
The Startron is actually an enzyme treatment, and it says right on the bottle that it helps prevent phase separation. I don't think there's any other additives out there that really advertise that. But Seafoam, I use it every year when I'm winterizing boats because it'll keep the fuel fresh until the spring. So,
let's just get back to that a little bit. I mean, why, like I said, ethanol is okay for car, but why are outboards so touchy on the fuel? Or I mean, are they just a finer mechanism, or?
Well, you figure you drive your car every single day, so
Correct.
you got that agitation, so you're mixing stuff around, and you're also burning that fuel every day.
Mm-hmm.
So with a boat, some people use it once a weekend, some people use it once a month. So basically, that fuel's sitting there. In open, like not in open air, but it's the tanks being exposed to UV rays, and basically it's giving it a chance for that alcohol and water to separate from the gas.
So basically, what Nigel is telling everybody, we need to save ourselves on costly repairs. We need to be out in our boats way more than we are.
Go boating every day. Is what I
Every
recommend.
day. Okay, if I could get you to sign off on this
Every
and then
day,
send
sure.
it to Brian Wolf, I would appreciate that. And and make a copy for my.
I also heard, Nigel, that when you're mixing the fuel and the gas together, the oil and the gas together, the alcohol doesn't allow the mixture as well either. Is that not true?
I haven't heard that.
Okay.
I haven't had that issue, but there again,
All right. Still, no alcohol is better for boats.
Right.
So do you find water in the gas a pretty common thing around here?
Yeah, it's actually really common. I actually had a customer that kept his boat down on the Cedar, and he would still boat every single day because he ran bank lines.
Right.
And every other week he would come in because he had two 15-horse motors. So basically he'd bring one in to get repaired, throw the other one on, and then when that one crapped out, he'd throw his one that I just fixed back on and just basically switch them back and forth. So we couldn't figure out why he kept getting water in there. He thought someone was messing with them or something.
Right.
So we ended up putting a fuel water separator.
I've heard of
Okay.
that. Yep.
And he hasn't been back since.
See, I got to thinking about that, and I'm guilty for this a lot of times, is I leave the vent cap, because I got a portable gas tank on mine, and I leave the vent cap or that vent screw unscrewed.
Yeah.
At halftime, I don't, screw it back down. Is there any way that, when we get these heavy pouring rains, the water could be getting introduced into there?
Well, on the older fuel tanks, that's very common because basically they only had a valve in there that you opened up and closed. There wasn't any. The newer tanks have like a rubber stopper in there that prevents water from going back in. But yeah, those older tanks, they'll let water right in if you leave that vent open.
Okay, so that I think a lot of it. I think a lot of it's the fuel, because I've heard stories, this and that. I'm sure you've heard them too about what happens with the gas and this and that. And then so it's just one of those things we got to watch, and it's a common thing down here.
Yep.
And if you got any questions, like I said, if you don't know what you're doing, take it right on down to Nigel. Get Nigel on the phone. He's going to take care of you. I mean, whether or not you got water in your gas, or it's time to change the oil, or one out of 100 possible things that could go wrong with an outboard or your trailer, you need to get a hold of Nigel down at Tailwater Marine in Muscatine, right down on the bend, right there, right across from the old McKee Button factory. Hey, what's a good number for folks to get a hold of you, Nigel?
The number down here is 563-264-BOAT.
There you go.
Wow.
264-2628.
Yep.
Nigel, will you install electronics then? Will you do that as well? Or do you do sales or just service?
Yeah, actually, we sell a lot of electronics.
Okay.
I do, trolling motors, fish finders,
Right.
navigation systems, that kind of stuff.
And you'll put them on for them if they need help?
Yep.
All right.
Well, I
So
got
I
a Helix, brand new Helix fish finder.
I was wondering why Jerry didn't have you put on your depth finder.
Yeah,
You got to use the same transducer or a new one? You got to run a new
one.
So, yeah.
Yep.
So he'll just drill a
Well,
hole in his hull and just put it through.
Nigel can attest to this. I was like, all right, I got to take my boat in. Carpet's getting ratty. I'm just going to take that out.
Right.
I might as well just take the seats out. Well, I might as well just take this out. Well, basically, all Nigel has is a shell, a plywood floor, and a 20-horse Yamaha. Sit down there. I gutted it out. So is it ready to go, Nigel? Am I good to go? Am I ready to come pick it up?
If you swing down at noon today, she'll be ready for you.
All right, cool beans. Thank you. Thanks again, Nigel, for taking the time out today. I know it's hard with you because you are just loaded up with boats down there, but that's all right. That's the way you like it.
He just didn't
right?
work on your boat, Jerry, as he talked to us.
Right,
your boat
exactly.
went a little longer.
Right, exactly. He's also been a great supporter of the show, and
Yeah.
we really appreciate
We
that,
sure do.
Nigel. Of course. So come out there. I hope you get out to a boat at least once or twice. I know that's your biggest complaint is you have a nice boat, but you never get to use it in the summer because you're always working on somebody else.
Exactly.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it, Nigel.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
No problem, bud. Thank you.
Bye.
This kid,
Wow.
I mean, people talk about how the country's going to hell. Let me tell you what. This kid is about as smart as they come when it comes.
Younger kid, and younger.
Right.
Yeah,
Motivated.
our next great hope.
Our
I mean, these guys
yep,
are our
yep.
hope if we got people like him.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
All right. So, hey, we're going to slide into commercial break, and we're going to be right back.
Hi, this is Zach Boots, owner of ZWB General Construction. I'm a local business and always on the job site.
Garages, metal frame shops, man cave combo buildings, room additions, and new home construction.
Remember me, Zach Boots and ZWB Construction. See my work on Facebook.
Booking roofing, concrete, and siding jobs now.
Call now for free estimates. 563-260-2786. That's 563-260-2786, and you can be the next job well done.
Country Store Guns in West Liberty has it all. Handguns, rifles, shotguns, scopes, cases, and more. They buy, sell, and even repair right there in their store. You can find Country Store Guns in West Liberty and view all their guns in store or check out their online shop, www.countrystoreguns.com. You can also find them on gunbroker.com. For a large variety and high quality firearms, shoot on over to Country Store Guns at 1604 Elder Avenue in West Liberty.
Whether you're looking for a new garage door or someone to service your current garage door, call me Dave from Quality Garage Doors. We service all makes and styles of garage doors. Give me a call today at 563-506-1032 for all your garage service needs.
Hey, don't you go anywhere. We've got more of Jerry's Outdoor Show.
No man alive likes to be called high-smelling and low down.
Right here on KWPC AM 860 and FM 95.1.
Peppy? Peppy Possum, that you? Wild Randy Raccoon, what in tarnation are you up to? I'm on the lam of that dead burn Ray at Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control. Today he done rounded up my brother Rufus and his bunch. I tell you, Peppy, he is a menace.
For removal of skunks, bats, groundhogs, raccoons, and more, call or text Ray at Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control, 563-299-9664. That's 299-9664. And check out his Facebook page and website, bigpapasnwc.com.
Spring is finally here, and Tailwater Marine wants to help you get back on the water. Conveniently located downriver from downtown Muscatine, Tailwater specializes in all things on the water. From pleasure boats to fishing boats, they have the skills to repair and the accessories to customize your boat. If your boat or engine needs major repairs, drive service, or an engine rebuild, schedule an appointment today. Call Nigel at Tailwater Marine, 563-264-BOAT. That's 563-264-2628.
Wolf Contracting in Muscatine has been proudly serving the commercial and industrial construction and remodeling needs of eastern Iowa for years. They specialize in new construction, additions, and remodeling for commercial and industrial buildings. Wolf Contracting has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, which is an amazing testament to the quality of their work. Wolf Contracting. Their prices are fair. Call Wolf Contracting today for a quote or a consultation and see for yourself. Call 263-5406.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Now it's time for the Patriot Report, brought to you by Mitchell Arms and Ammo. Yes, Troy Mitchell keeps an eagle eye on the national headlines to make sure that pinko commie liberals don't push their America-hating agenda on our society. Without further ado, here's Troy Mitchell.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Patriot Report from Mitchell Arms and Ammo, you red-blooded, wonderful Americans that like the Second Amendment, guns, and I guess not some things that Jerry likes that we couldn't talk about for his commercial.
What?
But anyway.
What? I can say it on my show. I can say what I want.
Your beer and topless women.
Look how nervous Jordan just got.
We don't condone
got.
such things. That's why we don't talk about it.
We
don't. So here's what's funny. I always say funny, but it's
Just
interesting,
clench your
Jerry.
guns and Bibles.
Where's AOC? She's calling in to combat me right now. Is she coming in?
She'll get here.
Okay, here's the funny part, or the interesting part again. I always say funny, and I got to stop saying that. That 90% of guns used in crime are obtained illegally.
What?
Can you believe it? Jordan, did you know that 90% of guns in crime are not purchased legally?
Well, it doesn't really surprise me since previous administrations were supplying weapons to.
I remember that one. Fast and Furious? Well, here's so the Justice Department recently released a report that once again confirms a long-running statistic regarding firearms and crime. So the DOJ's Bureau of Justice Statistics, that's hard to say. Can you say that 5 times? Reports that in 2016, some 287,000 individuals were imprisoned for committing crimes while in possession of a firearm. But 90% of those firearms were obtained illegally. And the further notes, more than half, 56%, had either stolen it, 6% found it at the scene of a crime, 7% obtained it off the street, or from the underground market is 43%. Most of the remainder, 25%, were obtained from a family member, from a friend, or as a gift. So, what's that mean, Jerry? When it comes to retail sources such as gun shows, flea markets, firearm stores, and pawn shops, Only about 10% say they're able to obtain their weapons from such outlets through purchase or trades. And the majority reported that background check was conducted as part of the sale, although in many cases they did not purchase it under their own name. So basically, Jerry, if they're lying and cheating and you don't catch it, it's still illegal. So we have the rules in place, and it's not stopping that, honestly, that small number, 10%. 90% of guns aren't obtained legally anyway.
Well,
what do you think about that, Jerry?
That brings up a good point, because I had a question earlier this week. Now, I usually don't handle the gun side. You and Dan take care of the gun side, but I had a person call me, and they said, "Hey, can we come to your shop? We need to register our gun."
Right.
And I said, "What?" He goes, "We need to register our gun." So I called Troy, and I said, "Hey, what, we register guns?" What? He goes, "No, we don't register guns. You don't have to register a gun."
Right.
But basically, it was well, you tell the story.
Well, you have to purchase it legally.
Right.
So when someone wants to sell a gun to another person,
Right.
we can do an in-store transfer to the other person.
Right.
And then we check that person to make sure they're of legal capacity to own and buy that firearm.
Right.
So guns aren't technically registered in Iowa. Now, some states, some counties in Illinois register guns in the city, and you have to tell them what you have. But as a federal rule, you don't register regular weapons. You do Class 3 weapons, the
Okay.
fully automatic, the silencers. Those are registered, or the short-barreled rifles, but not standard guns.
Okay, so say Jordan. I mean, Jordan's going to sell me a shotgun,
Right.
just like a Craigslist deal, an eBay deal, or whatever. Jordan's going to sell me, or let's make it a pistol.
Okay, a pistol.
Yeah, he's going to sell me a Glock, and I'm just dealing with Jordan.
In
And
the
Jordan says it's it's $200 over market price, but
Right.
right, and I buy
Well,
it.
if you're in a state together and you're both in Iowa,
Right.
he has to make sure you have a legal purchase permit or carry permit to buy it. So if Jordan's a little scared about that or not for sure, then he goes into our gun shop and we do a transfer on the paperwork to confirm that.
Okay.
So long guns as well. We can call them in.
Right.
Yeah.
And how much do we charge for that?
$25.
$25.
So, $25. So here's another interesting point. So, again, on firearms, we know Dianne Feinstein is going after an assault weapons, right? In quotations, which are most often defined with basically the aesthetically dangerous look of a mean-looking attachment, rather than the evidence suggesting the criminal activity. In fact, news reports say handguns were by far the most commonly carried type of gun among criminals. Although the prisoners, 20.8%, possessed a firearm during their offense. Most of these firearms were handguns. In fact, 18.4% of all prisoners interviewed possessed a handgun during their offense, while only 1.5% possessed a rifle and 1.6% possessed a shotgun. They're not even carrying the rifles in their crimes.
Right.
And we're trying to ban the assault weapon.
Right, exactly. So the thing, last night, I mean, we all heard what happened last night. There was an incident up in the Quad Cities where a police officer was shot.
I did hear that.
Jordan, you have any more news on that? I mean,
I'd only seen bits and pieces about
Okay.
it. I hadn't
I didn't
had anything actually come across my desk for it yet.
So we do want to send our prayers to that
Right,
family, that police
yeah.
officer. I think he's stable, I thought. So hopefully
I had
our
heard
thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were covering it here on the news, but here it is, middle of the day, and guy just pulls out and. Was he licensed to have a gun, or was he? Did he have a carry?
Statistically,
I don't
probably
know.
not.
Right.
But
exactly.
Again, guns are an.
And I'm not putting anything out there as
No,
fact.
no.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. Well, you got the story right there, Jordan. Go ahead.
I've got it. Let's see. An officer in the Davenport Police Department was injured after exchanging gunfire with at least one other person. There were two that were detained. It looks like it said. It said police got into the foot chase with suspicious people. One person shot an officer, and the officer returned fire. The officer, Ryan Lebo, was wearing a bulletproof vest at the time of the shooting, but was taken to the hospital for treatment. Their officer is recovering and doing well.
Good. So again, once again, the gun grabber politicians foment a false narrative to demand the implementation of their common sense, again, quotation marks, gun control measures. How will these new laws stop the criminals from legally obtaining guns? Well, the fact is, legally purchased firearms, no matter their make, model, magazine size, action, or mean appearance, are not the problem. People are the problem. The hearts of man.
We preach that every week.
Right.
We preach that
Preach it, brother.
every week. So
am I going on? Are we doing gun of the week?
Well, might as well go on to gun of the week. You're on the
All
roll.
right. So
now, Jordan's been eyeballing this since I brought it in.
So this is a wonderful item. Jordan actually had some comments on it because he has a family member that thinks these guns, or a shotgun in general. Oh, that wasn't a family member.
I wasn't a family member. I said Uncle Joe. I said Uncle Joe Biden.
Oh, Joe Biden. No, maybe he is a family member.
You're related
Go
to
ahead,
Biden.
Jordan. Yeah, so Joe
That
Biden
can
said.
explain some of Jordan's views around here.
So Biden did say, he said the shotgun's all you need, right?
Yeah, he said he keeps two in his house, and if he ever thought somebody was breaking in, he'd just fire a couple into the air, which I'm pretty sure is illegal no matter where you live. So.
Oh, yeah, firing a gun in city limits. Yeah.
Yep. And I think he lives on a fort somewhere. I don't think that's legal either.
You know, Uncle Joe has no problem with security.
Right.
It's us that don't get security, and we have to do it ourselves and protect ourselves. So the politicians that want to take your guns have all the security they need.
Oh yeah, they're surrounded by guys with all these guns.
Right. And
that
we
they're trying to take from us.
But they will take it from us because you know what? Nobody but the police and the military need. But anyway, I digress. So here is a wonderful self-defense, and I'll call weapon because actually the ATF calls this a firearm. This is not a shotgun in their terms, and not a rifle. It is a firearm. And the reason being is it's a short-barreled shotgun but does not have a stock. So they consider this a firearm, and they got away with a shorter barrel because this can't be shouldered. Right. It has to be used as a hand or almost like a pistol, and shorter barrels can be on a pistol. So they called this a firearm. So it's under the regular firearm category.
And this is made by Remington.
But this is a Remington 870. And this is actually called the TAC-14, which I assume means tactical. The 14, I don't know why they call it the 14. But it's the Remington 870 with the new handle, and then the Magpul front grip, and it is a pump shotgun.
Looks like you can throw attachments on that.
You can. It's got the M-lock. So Magpul is awesome for M-lock, and that is basically meaning the attachment little attachment blocks that can come on in here are rails. The rails are an M-lock.
Now, do you sell items like that?
We sell M-lock items. We sell attachments. And actually,
before you go there, we need to discuss some of those things.
So I'm going to bring this up now so Dan can be mad at me. But here's the point.
Please. I've read through it.
We don't have the exact facts, but we are going to promote that if you purchase accessories for your firearms through Mitchell Arms and Ammo, within a day or two, we're going to give you a good discount.
All right.
So it's going to encourage you to buy your accessories from Mitchell Arms and Ammo. I haven't got that all figured out, but we will.
Dan is right there with the message. Basically, the problem is we just need to work on the wording. I think the promotion's fine. We just got to make out the wording.
Well, I'll work it out.
Tactical for TAC, and the 14 is a barrel, which is the only legal limit for that firearm.
14 size. 14. Okay. So that's what that means, 14. So, Remington, 870, firearm, little self-defense pump shotgun, $399.99.
Yep.
So this is a wonderful.
Now, does that come in a non-assault style?
No. Well, we actually can have this painted pink.
I was going to say if it was a lighter color,
we'll paint it pink,
so
or would it be chartreuse or
whatever you want?
We'll paint it
your little heart desires.
What's that blue colored?
Teal.
Teal. We'll paint it teal.
Boy, he knows all the colors too, don't he? Uncle Joe Biden, he knows teal and all that.
And we'll put. Actually, this shoots 2 3/4 or 3-inch shells, which is nice. So this is not a firearm that you would take out and deer hunt, or shoot clay pigeons with.
Dan says robin egg.
This is robin egg.
Robin egg.
Yeah, we can do a robin egg and we can do a speckle on it, and we might even be able to put a little flower over here.
Yeah.
Jordan, would you like a flower on the side there?
I'd love a flower on the side.
Wouldn't that be pretty?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so nice. And it would be so much safer, Jerry.
It would be.
I would feel good
I
about
would.
it, would you?
Yes.
Maybe a unicorn over here?
Yeah. A
unicorn?
A Smurf themed.
Which Smurf?
shotgun.
Which Smurf should we put on
all of
there?
them. You got room.
Oh,
for
I
all of
thought
them.
Papa Smurf could go on there.
Sure, whatever, man.
Sneezy, Wheezy.
Your world, baby. Your world. You can paint whatever you want on there.
Oh. You know, Democrats are still lost on gun control and presidential power.
Yeah, well, Elizabeth Warren's coming in. She'll get that all straightened out.
I got a joke. You guys want to hear a joke?
Oh, God, no.
So here it is. So a gentleman, this is probably not politically correct, so I apologize. So, Jordan, if you guys shut me off, you can shut me off.
Does
But
it have anything to do with topless women
No,
or free beer?
it's about drinking, though.
Oh, is it?
Okay, here we go.
Can't do
A
that.
gentleman out for a walk late at night comes upon a drunk who is sprawled beneath a street lamp, clawing at the pavement. "Sir, what are you doing?" asks the man. "Well, I'm looking for my keys," the drunk replies. "You dropped them around here then?" asks the man. "No," says the drunk. "Then why are you looking here?" "Because," the drunk replies, "this is where the light is." So
If we
basically,
can't laugh at ourselves.
the Democrats are looking under the streetlights. They're not even the truth to what's going on with gun control. And it's funny because this Senator Kamala Harris became the latest to crawl under the streetlights and search for the keys. She promised that if she's elected, after giving Congress 100 days to get their act together, she's going to move on gun control legislation as an executive action. She wants to kind of push back at Trump with her executive order because he says the borders are a national disaster, and she says gun control is.
No, didn't I just hear as I drove in here, listen to KWPC.
AM 860.
The news that Trump actually the GPD is up like 3.5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like going bonkers.
Good things are happening. So here's another. So here in a nutshell, how can we fix the guns that are getting bought illegally through a legal gun shop, which is very, very small. Remember, very small.
Pay attention, Jordan.
How
He's
many
gonna
more
tell us what to do.
So this is how we do it. So how many more gun buyers would be checked as a result of a better instant background system? So here's the deal.
2%.
Our federal background system is not very good at checking them. So here's what they say. Very few, it is believed that only about 13% of gun sales are made outside the background check. Private interstate sales, 31 states that don't require checks. Of these small subset are sold to people who run up against the Harris 5-gun rule where you can't have more than 5 guns. Anyway, if Harris or any other potential presidential, well, that's what she's hoping to do, a 5-gun rule. You can't buy over 5 guns. That would. So anyway.
So if you have over 5 guns, do we have to return those then?
Well, you can't get them. They'll buy them back and destroy them.
Okay.
And sell them to the people on the street. If Harris or any other presidential hopeful wants to do something constructive on issue of preventing gun sales to bad people, there are better options than this. First, you ready, Jerry?
Yep.
This is what I was trying to get to.
Okay,
I just couldn't. I didn't know I was that far away.
All right.
Prosecute every person who lies on their background check. Right? She likes prosecuting after all, right? Do that.
Right.
Second, fix the nightmare that is in the existing instant check system because it won't help to run more checks through a broken system. Right? You're
Right.
searching for your keys under a street lamp, but you're not
Right.
fixing the problem.
Right.
You're not so working with Congress, either President Trump or his successor should spend what it takes to fix a record-keeping system so the background checks stop failing. There you go.
There you go.
Solved.
There you go.
Problem solved.
You're ready to.
It's unbelievable.
You're ready to throw your hat in the ring.
I'm going in.
Troy Mitchell, Senator, Iowa, dunk, bunk, bunk. Hey, we got a couple other things to talk about.
Okay, let's talk about it.
The shop.
Okay.
What we got going on with the shop now? We open for Sundays. We're going to start opening for Sundays this week, and we go to 6 a.m. on Saturday and Sundays. I'll be in there.
Okay.
Probably not the best week to open up on Sunday because tomorrow's going to be a horrible rain event. So I don't imagine we're going to be doing too much bait. But
Dan says there's a new discount program going on.
For the guns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get to that later.
We'll discuss that.
Okay, good.
No, I think it's on board. I'm on board with it. We just got to change the writing of it because the writing's a little confusing.
Wow.
But once we get it worded correctly, we'll be able to unveil it.
Well,
I mean, you can unveil it.
simplified
You can unveil it if you want to talk.
No,
about it.
I'm going to simplify it, but
Yeah,
it'll basically be
It'll
a
be
discount on accessories. Here's the deal: people come in and they buy firearms from us,
Correct.
right? And we have so much stuff in stock. I mean, there's only
Yes.
so much room we have.
Right.
But then they go home and they
Yep.
get on the internet and
My
they buy their
God.
lights,
Yep.
they buy their sights, they buy their Magpul brands and all their other stuff from online stuff from people that aren't even supporting local business.
Right.
So I want to encourage them to buy them from us.
Correct.
So I'm going to reward people for buying their accessories in our store or on mitchellarms.com.
Right.
That's
So,
all it is.
Basically, when you purchase a gun,
Right.
we'll give you a certain amount of hours to
Right.
purchase accessories, and we're
That's
going
it.
to give you X amount of
So many percentage off.
off.
Yep.
That's all right.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
I got the concept. We just need to
beautiful.
rewrite it.
It's
simpler.
wonderful.
It is. I almost cried a little bit.
Did you?
A little. But then I remembered I was a man and I don't do such things. Speaking of being a man, Sundays we open up now. We're open 7 days a week. We open up at 6 a.m. Like I said, this is probably going to be a cruddy weekend with all the rain tomorrow. Sunday's supposed to be pretty cool. But that doesn't mean that you can't bring your reels in and we can get them all strung up for you. So bring them in. We got all the
Strung
bolt
up
line in
or
there.
strung
up,
out?
string in, strung up, wherever you want to do.
String them up, Jerry.
Wapello Saturday night.
String them up. Jerry, I will actually be here this Saturday. So
You will?
those
You
that
are
want to
actually
come in
gonna
and
be
give
in?
me a hard time, I'm
Right.
going to help Dan finish the wall.
Are you?
That's not done yet.
So who's paying for the wall?
Well, you know, someone's going to pay for that wall.
Who's going to pay for the wall?
AFC's going to pay for that wall.
You know what? We got a suggestion last week, and we almost running out of time here, but we need to do it again.
Okay, what?
All right. We need to start giving out some stuff.
Okay.
So let's give away some Triple S. We got some Triple S.
Oh.
Let's run out the show. We're going to give out some Triple S. So give us a call right now at 563-263-8600. The next three people, you're going to win a jar of Triple S from Mitchell Arms and Ammo and Jerry's Bait and Tackle. Come on, light up the phones
That's
right
an
now.
$8.99 value.
That
Them
is
things
it.
are
Those
$9
are a
now.
pound
So
jar,
why they're
man.
calling in for this free Triple S,
Yep.
repackaged by Jerry's Bait and Tackle, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, 810 Park Avenue,
Parent company of
Muscatine, Iowa.
Cyberdyne Corporation.
These guys, we've repackaged them in this nice peanut butter jar.
Yep.
But
Screw
it's
on
it's
in.
the original
Yep,
formula,
it's
right,
the
Jerry?
original. It's Sonny's.
It's Sonny's.
It's Sonny's.
And it's
Triple S.
good stuff.
Super sticky.
Sticky. Now, what are we putting that in when we
The water.
dip bait? Well, I know there's dip
worms.
worms that
The
are
vehicle.
okay.
The
Well,
delivery.
we got somebody here.
Who we got on the phone with us?
This is Shanna.
Shanna. Did you say Shannon or Shanna? Yeah. All right. You just hop into the store. You tell Dan that you won, and we will set you up. Blood or cheese, anyone you want.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have you used stink bait before, Shanna?
We have, yes.
Wonderful. Good catching.
There you go.
It's good stuff. We like to talk to our people when they
There
call
you
Jerry.
go.
We just don't want to go
Exactly,
through
exactly.
them.
Yeah, well, I do.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you so
okay,
much.
Thank you. Oh, that's right. We don't do the hog report anymore. Oh, screw
We
it.
got
We've
another
all
half
sorts of
hour.
guys. All right,
Keep
hey,
calling.
you're on Jerry's Outdoor Show. Who's this?
Jerry, guess who it is?
Oh, it's our old buddy Al Whitmore.
Al, he can't win. No, he won.
No, it's been over 30 days. All right, so we're going to give you, now the deal is, we're going to give you a free thing of a Triple S stink bait. Come on in the shop with the purchase of a Remington 12-gauge pump firearm.
Right.
All right, so we'll see you at the store. Just tell Dan you won now, and we'll take care of it from there.
I need another gun. That's all I need, you know.
Okay, we got other guns for you, Al.
Okay, I'll be here after a while. Talk to Dan, then we'll see you later.
There you go. Dan will be waiting. All right, and finally, the last caller.
Dan will be working with Bell. He'll be waiting with bells on.
U.S. Bell wins. Who was that?
Oh, they're going to call back. We just missed him.
We just missed him.
We're giving three anyway,
Jordan,
right?
Yeah, we're giving three. One more, and then we'll close it out. And I know you guys are anxious to get on the World News Report and Farm Report and blah, blah, blah.
Well, we're
blah.
waiting. You want to? What's going on with that?
That was probably our only two listeners that we got.
Hey, if those two are calling
I
in,
need
that makes it
one
look
more at 563-263-8600. You're going to win. That's easy. You get a jar of stink bait, and you get to talk to Dan.
Wow.
That's like Easter and Christmas all together.
It's wonderful.
Almost. All right, last caller on Jerry's Outdoor Show. Who is this?
This is Joe.
Jim?
Jim. You going?
Adams.
I was talking over you. Say it again.
My name's Joseph Adams.
All right, Joseph Adams.
Joseph Adams. Hello,
Are
Joseph.
you going fishing today?
Unfortunately, I need to get my fishing license for the year.
Well, you can get that.
Help to stack up on supplies.
There you go. Well, this is going to get you set in the right direction. This is going to motivate you.
So while you're picking your license up, get some crackers because that cheese bait
You can
is
get cheese
wonderful.
or blood, whichever one you want. Which one do you prefer?
I'd use the stink bait.
Okay. I don't know. Do they make a barbecue flavor? I don't know.
We'll give you
work
whatever
out
you
with the
want when you
barbecue
come
flavor,
in.
right.
Whatever you want.
You just tell Dan we said it was okay, okay?
Yep.
All right, Slick. You know where we're located, right?
I do, out on Mulberry Avenue of Muscatine.
Well, that's where the radio station is.
That's where the radio station is.
Tell
Our
them we're at,
shop
Barry.
is at 810 Park Avenue. You have to go to the shop.
Remember the old Lincoln School
Yep.
by T's Ice Cream? You drive around back.
Yep.
The whole parking lot's in the back.
And that
It's
street, for being a closed-off street, that is one of the busiest named streets.
I tell you what.
Park Avenue
So
is
it's
terrible.
Grant Street and Park Avenue. Old school. That you can't miss that school, Jerry. It's
Can't miss
huge.
it. Can't
It's like
miss
a
it.
big
It's huge.
house.
It's big.
Thank you.
You all right
You're
now?
welcome.
That is a big school. We got to, that's the only thing wrong. Shouldn't say wrong.
The school?
But you can't. There's no outside front entrance. You got to
Until
drive.
you've been there, it's our building is backwards.
Yeah, you got to go
If-
round
if
back.
if the school was towards the back and the parking lot was front,
Right. Be no problem. So you drive around back down by Grant Street, and you'll see it. You can't beat us.
Once you found it, you're going.
Can't
You're going.
get away from
You
it.
can't get away from it.
It's like candy.
It's just like us on the radio. Somebody's probably trying to beat their stereo right now. Shut up, for the love of God!
I
Shut
thought these
up!
guys were supposed to be over it,
Right.
and they're still talking.
Right.
Where are they at?
I got some snow tires to sell with a dog. Oh, you guys can't.
Is
do
the buy sell coming on next?
No.
Oh no, we already had that.
What's next,
Really?
Jordan? Nothing.
Oh, that's, remember he was
Music?
selling the mushrooms for $50 a pound.
Oh, we do have mushrooms for sale, don't we?
No.
You just call out here. George Davis will take care of you. $50 a pound. He's going out getting.
Will
some
you cook them
mushrooms.
for that?
Right.
Bread them and cook them?
My folks and my grandparents do. I don't eat them.
All right. Why wouldn't you eat them, Joe?
I tried them once when I was younger. Didn't like them. Haven't tried them since.
Jordan, you moved to Iowa yet?
Oh yeah.
You are in
I
Iowa.
showed you my license.
Well, I
That's
didn't know
right.
if I trusted that. Or
Right,
not.
exactly.
I thought that was your
Fake documents.
I thought that was his 21 by beer card.
Fake, yeah, probably. What do you got the fake ID for? To buy booze? No, to vote. All right, that's
To buy
it. We're
guns.
out
To
here.
buy
We got to
guns.
slide out of here. We'll see you next week. Jerry's Outdoor Show. Troy Mitchell.
Thank you,
hates
Jerry.
The government, Democrats.
No, I love the
support-
government.
Do you?
Just
Really?
the people need to be running it.
All right, let's
Right?
go. We got to get out of here. Bye-bye, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Jerry will be back next Friday at 10, right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC. Until then, have a great weekend. Jerry's Outdoor Show is brought to you by ZWB Construction, The Country Gun Store, Quality Garage Door, Big Papa's Nuisance Wildlife Control, Tailwater Marine, and Wolf Contracting. KWPC, K236CF Muscatine. Available everywhere you go. Download our free mobile app, voiceofmuscatine.com. Download it today.